So in this video I'm going to show you why you should not buy Denji because he's very overrated, and the same thing with his accessory. I'm also making an Ichigo giveaway in my Discord server, so join that and subscribe if you want more giveaways. His first ability is a really bad dash with really low damage and doesn't really get you far either. The second ability has good damage and good AoE, but is really slow. Third ability has really low damage, but you can spam your first ability 4 times and your second ability once in between. It doesn't say in the overview, but yeah, you don't have any cooldown on your first ability once you use the third ability. The fourth ability is really strong due to it hitting 19 times with 200k per, and then the last hit is actually 4 million. It's a really strong ultimate. As assist, Denji also has this feature, just like with the ultimate, 19 hits, pretty weak, and the last hit is basically as strong as all the 19 hits before. And it's actually quite a good assist, but it's still beaten by meta assists for 60 second cooldown like Rengoku that you can still get in the raid shop. In Dimension, his main problem is that, first of all, he doesn't have like a good dash. His dash is actually really bad, and his damage is really low. Some of its attacks are actually quite good at dealing damage, like his second ability, kinda strong, but it's really, like it takes a long time to actually finish and get those damage dealt, so it's actually really slow. And his third ability is just a joke for damage. Sure, you can spam your first abilities, but that's about what you can do. His fourth ability is also really slow, and the AoE isn't the best for Dimensions, though it is really strong, so you could utilize that. But his first ability is really weak, his third ability really weak, though you can spam the first ability with it, and his second ability is just too slow. It really drags him down in Dimensions, but honestly he's okay. He's still in the range where like Eren, Alice is. He's slightly worse than like Hokushibo, Ryuko, Tengen, those characters. So some considered kinda mediocre characters right now, but he's worse than those. So he's at least not good in Dimensions. So you'd rather use someone else in Dimensions, even though he does look like a budget Shadow Monarch. He just doesn't keep up with his dashes. His dashes are really slow, they are really weak. His third ability is just a joke, unlike Shadow Monarch, really strong. His fourth ability is too slow, not the best AoE, it's around you instead of in front of you like Shadow Monarch. And his second ability is just too slow. It's like Shadow Monarch is instant and the damage is like in 1 second. The second ability here is like just too slow for Chainsaw Man to actually benefit from it. And honestly, I think I can get better times without the Chainsaw Man specific accessory. It took me like an hour to get a 150 time with Chainsaw Man, and I think I can get like a 145 time, perhaps, if I was lucky. But with the mantle, the meta accessory for Dimensions, I got 149 first try, and it wasn't even a good run. I can easily beat 145. I don't think his accessory specifically is that good for him either. It's like, sure, it's gonna boost his like usage of his third ability, but it's gonna make the other abilities worse due to it being higher cooldown. And these are my accessories if you wanna know. Honestly, it shouldn't matter too much. Denji in raids is actually not that good because he doesn't deal any damage due to being just, his damage is just so mediocre. You can see that in the beginning. Compare that to any other character you've seen on my channel, it's just really low damage actually. And then he doesn't get any energy. Even while he's spamming his first ability when he has his third ability up, you don't really get a lot of energy. So he's not that much of a spam character, even with this 4.5 second cooldown reduction because of the accessory specific to him. It really does not make any sense that he is considered to be a good character, honestly. Also, yes, this is the footage where I used the meta accessory for raids, so the ODM maneuver gear or Devil's Wing, so 15% boss damage, compared to when he was using his specific accessory. And as you can see, it actually makes him worse when you're using his specific accessory, and you should still use the meta accessory, so don't get the accessory. So in conclusion, he's actually better when you're using meta accessories, so instead of using his specific accessory, you should use meta accessory. So first of all, his accessory is really bad. And then second of all, his performance, even with meta stuff, wasn't that great. So he's not that good for dimensions, he's not that good for raids, he's a decent assist, but yeah. But yes, Chainsaw Man or Denji is very overrated. People say that he's very good, but he really isn't. His assist is his assist is the only thing that's actually keeping him up, because he's actually like almost as good as Rengoku, but honestly, in dimensions, he's really not that good. And in raids, he's actually pretty bad. He's worse than Diablo in raids. I'm not even joking. Eevee, one of the best players, if not the best player in the game, tested it out, and Diablo, a gem character that you can get for free, it's actually better than Chainsaw Man or Denji in raids. So honestly, Denji is really overrated. He's not that good, and yeah, you should not get him instantly. You should try to drop him, but you should not buy him, honestly. And especially don't buy his accessory. It really isn't that good. So yeah, don't buy this character. I might make a comparison video comparing all the 3 different raid characters, so Denji, Obito, and Naruto. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you in the next one.